Hello everyone, my name is David McLeod. Thank you for joining me for this week's video presentation from the Magic of I Am program. Not too very long ago in my life, I had a habit of expecting things to show up the way I wanted them to. I had this idea, something that had come into being in my ego mind, that I was entitled to have the life I wanted. More than that, it was as if I had the belief that I want what I want when I want it. Now obviously, life didn't always respond the way I expected it to. And there were many times when I experienced the exact opposite of what I thought I wanted. And this led to a lot of frustration and anger because, well, life just wasn't fair. Life wasn't giving me what I was supposed to have. Well, one day, long before the days of Twitter or Facebook, I happened to see a statement somewhere that really hit me right in the gut. It was a very clever statement, not unlike a bumper sticker. And it said this: love what you have, and you will have what you love. Something about this felt totally true for me, and I wondered why it had never occurred to me before. It certainly flipped my ego mind on its head, and it helped me to realize the way I had been showing up. The truth is that I was not loving what I had. So in a very real sense, I was kind of resisting what was present, and I was actually pushing it away. But what I didn't know at the time, because I wasn't familiar with the law of attraction back then, was that my resistance was just a shadow form of attraction. So I was actually setting up a dynamic that brought what I didn't want into my life. Now this may seem counterintuitive. I know it certainly was for me. But as I dwelled on it and focused my awareness on it, it just seemed so obvious and incontrovertible. Love what you have, and you will have what you love. In a pretty short time, this idea seemed like a fairly natural thing for me to believe in. And I noticed that I wasn't so attached to what I thought I wanted anymore. I slowly became more tolerant of what was showing up in my life. And I was beginning to understand that the way for me to truly love what I want, or to love what I have rather, was simply to be grateful. And being grateful was simply a case of saying thank you for whatever was showing up in my life. Now I have to admit that I didn't always feel the gratitude in my soul, but I kept saying the words anyway. Anytime I felt the frustration of not having what I thought I wanted, I would pause for a short time, a few seconds, a minute, whatever, and just notice the frustration as it coursed through my body. Then I would take a breath or two and consciously say out loud, thank you. The words felt a little contrived at first, but I gave myself permission to fake it till I make it. And in a pretty short time, I began to experience a sense of relief as the frustration would dissipate more and more quickly. As I continued this practice, the words started to have more and more power, and I really believed in my heart that I was grateful. And then the impossible happened. Things in my life started to change. As it got easier and easier for me to love what I have, I noticed that more and more of the stuff that I had previously wanted just seemed to start showing up. That is, by loving what I have, more of what I love showed up. It was amazing. Well, friend, I'm here to tell you that you can do the same thing for yourself. It might take a little work, but I think you'll find that it's worth it. I encourage you to cultivate a habit of being grateful for everything that comes to you, no matter what it actually looks like in your life. Even better if you can learn to give thanks continuously. Pretty soon you'll see how everything has contributed to your current state, and you'll just naturally find yourself releasing judgments you may have about yourself or about the world around you. And this will inevitably lead to a profound experience of deep forgiveness and love in your life. And really, what could be better than that?